You're looking at a guy that was making three figures every 2 weeks on a job I couldn't stand. It's funny. I remember it like yesterday, but I found my check stub from my job, and I just there's nothing wrong with three figures every 2 weeks. I just knew that I didn't like the guy that was giving it to me, right? So I fired my boss when I was 22 years old, and I started making four figures every week from home. Now I don't know if you guys know this, but man, you start making three figures, you making three figures every 2 weeks, and then you start making four figures per week. The job starts to kind of look like it's in your way. So I got my job out the way. I fired my boss, and it was 25 years ago. Then I started making five figures a month. And guys, would you believe it if I told you in this business, I've seen five-figure weeks? Can you imagine that? Getting one check that pays like the next 3 or 4 months worth of bills. It's pretty amazing. So I'm excited to show you guys these strategies. And then, of course, I've earned seven figures working right out of my house. Now, what people don't tell you, but I tell it all the time, is I lost my first seven figures in my 20s because nobody taught me taxes. Nobody taught me investments. Nobody taught me growth. Nobody taught me expansion. All people taught me was, Brian, you make residual checks and they keep coming in. I'm like, yeah, but the money you make is supposed to make money. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about tonight. The money you make is supposed to make money. So what's up? Maryland's in the building. What's up, Billy? Murfreesboro, Tennessee is in the building. What's up, Miss Amber Johnson? Atlanta's in the building. Monica is in the building. I appreciate you guys, man. Queens, New York. What's up, Mr. Brown? So let's go ahead and get this thing going. So now that you know what extra digit means, we're going to show you guys tonight how to grow your network and your income one digit at a time using strategy, not sales. I want you to go ahead and get your fingers warmed up in the comments and type, "We love strategies." We love strategies. Now, here's what I want you guys to remember. I would rather be in the right place at the right time than smart any day of the week, right? I'd rather be in the right place at the right time. When it comes to business, timing in business is often everything. So I'd rather be in the right place at the right time. Do you all know that right now you are perfectly positioned to take advantage of one of the fastest growing opportunities on the planet? You're perfectly positioned during a pandemic where people are social distancing to take advantage of the timing where people are at home looking for home-based business solutions. You're in the perfect position right now to help people that are unemployed, to help people who have some instability with their careers and their 401ks, to help people right now during this crazy, crazy year called 2020. In the mix of opportunity, the mix of chaos, there's always opportunity. See, here's something I want to show you guys. Let me pull up a slide real quick. I want you to see this. What people miss is that everybody that's winning right now is they're providing solutions, right? So if you're winning, Amazon, why? Solution driven. Zoom, why? Solution driven. All the companies you know that are winning right now is because they're providing solutions to a major, major problem. So during the pandemic, if you understand that, yeah, 2020 may be chaotic, but if you're a solution provider, then people will seek you. The number one thing you can provide right now that is a solution is a home-based business. Now, why is that important? Well, I want y'all to think about this. A home-based business, number one, keeps you safe. Put that in the comments. We need to be safe. We need to make money, but we also need to be safe. And a home-based business is going to help you fight some of the things that the quarantine is causing to increase. Now, I know you didn't think I was going to come by myself tonight. Why not bring a pretty face on, right? So you got to look at me all day. I got my good friend, Nashaya. That's right. I said her name right this time for all her friends that want to kill me. Nashaya Richardson, what's up, Nashaya? How you feel?
Hey!
Let everybody know where you from, Nashaya.
I'm from Albany, New York.
New York is in the building. Nashaya, I set you up perfectly with the alley-oop so they won't think they're looking at me all night. I always have a couple of surprises. Why is it that the prices are so high right now during the quarantine? And how do we plan to get those prices? We can't get the prices down, but how do we combat that?
Well, right now it's inflation. So, because all of the businesses have been out of commission because everyone's been home and quarantining, they've lost a lot of revenue.
That's right.
So with restaurants, a lot of us, we would go out to eat with the group of our friends. Now we can't do that. So because once the restaurants did open back up, they only have limited space. So to make up for the fact that they only have limited space with a few tables, now they have to increase their prices. So which means we are going to be paying more for our goods and services. Same with going to get our hair done, our makeup, our nails, all the things that we've normally done. The prices are just going to go up to make up for the fact of all the revenue that they've lost since we've all been home quarantining.
That's right. And then you got taxes. So people miss this, but the quarantine is also going to increase your taxes because those stimulus checks, right? Trillions of dollars went out. So not only are prices going up, like you so eloquently stated, but taxes are also going up. So I want you guys to put this in your notes. Prepare for war in times of peace. You got to learn how to prepare for war in times of peace. See, if you sit back and say, well, the NBA is quarantined and Major League Baseball canceling games, and I think one game this weekend got canceled because of Corona in NFL right now, and schools are social distancing and churches can't meet, but then you want to sit around and act like you don't need to make any changes. You're not preparing for war in times of peace. Take advantage of the fact right now that the world has slowed down so you can refocus and get ahead of taxes, get ahead of inflation. And I'm telling you now, Ms. Richardson, debt is one thing too that a lot of people are sleeping on. Why is debt going up? Why do you think people are swiping credit cards more now than ever before?
Because they have less cash. So a lot of people lost their jobs during this time. You know, they were laid off, and some people received unemployment, some didn't. But to make up for the fact that they don't have the same income, they're now swiping their cards, which is now more debt. Right. So, you know, that's just going to put them
in a worse financial position. You going out a little bit. Say okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Good. Yep. Now I understand that we are able to get daily pay. Is your phone going off every single day and get text messages during the quarantine?
Yes.
Guys, we get anywhere from the share $5 all the way up to what per day just by helping people get their cash flow in order. How much can we make per day minimum?
Minimum $5.
$5 and maximum on this one way that we get paid. What's the maximum? $1,000 a day. Now, the share, if every single day $1,000 hit your mailbox, would that change your zip code?
Absolutely.
So, guys, I'm telling you, man, we gotta put ourselves in a position to win. Now, people say, well, how are you guys making this money? How are you guys getting these daily text messages, right? Here's some of our colleagues, their text messages, and you see anywhere from $20 a day, which is $600 a month, to $3,000. To $50 a day, to $100 a day, to $300 a day, to $1,000 per day. Here is what we're doing. We're leveraging technology. People miss this. You have to leverage technology. See, what Zoom is doing is they know that social distancing is prevalent. So they're letting people use, or people had to jump on Zoom as the platform, and the share, their market cap went up to like $50 billion. That's more than all the airlines combined because people are not traveling. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So explain to people, now that we got the solutions, which is a home-based business, we got the virtual solutions by using technology, we get paid every single day by introducing this concept. What does the relationship between these three entities, how does this work? What does the person right now listening have to do? Because, Nichelle, you know what they're saying. What's my role? Like, what do I do to make this money? And then how does it play into this trilogy?
So the person that's watching, your role would be to expose people to this information. So just like you're sitting here watching this presentation, this is exactly what you would do. You would get someone who you introduce this information to in front of a presentation so that they can hear the same information. Extra Digit, we provide the education, the strategies, the text messages, everything you need. Extra Digit will provide that for you. And then MWR Financial, they do all the heavy work. They're the ones with the experts who does all of the work to improve our finances.
So, Nichelle, let me make sure I got this. I'm not recruiting somebody into some business. I'm not begging out here persuading people.
No, not at all.
I'm not out here selling and trying to hustle and get people to join my business.
No, not at all.
And I think people miss that, guys. Please put this in your notes. If you don't get anything else tonight, get this, because I'm going to drop some dimes on you. Cash flow expansion. The first thing we do is teach people how to increase their current cash flow. See, I'm not out here to recruit you. We're not out here. Nichelle is not out here to sell you on anything. Our membership is going to show you how to make your current cash flow get better. And then when that happens, who doesn't want to share with their family members, their coworkers, that during the pandemic, they can win? The reason we're so successful and the reason I went from zero in this business to 5 figures a month, and I'll make over $1 million next year in 12 months. right? I've made over $500,000 in my short period of time here in my first year in business. Is because I don't recruit people. Once you get this understood, you're going to make a ton of money. People want their current money to grow, but they're scared of new money.
Mm-hmm.
Share, am I right?
Yes.
You got family members who need this business. Am I right?
Yes.
But they're scared because they don't like new money, because new money comes with work in their mind. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
But what you guys got to understand watching this video, is that we show you how to make your current money grow. And our membership and our franchise is the opportunity to make your current money grow. See, it's just like McDonald's. McDonald's says, hey, you can invest in McDonald's. You don't have to come up with all the bright ideas. You don't have to come up with your own seasoning salt. You can't go in McDonald's and share and go, I'm going to put paprika on the fries. They have a system that already works. Am I right?
Yes.
So what we do is say, hey, we want to use the home-based business franchise like McDonald's did the restaurant franchise, and allow average everyday people to partner with making wealth real. Nichelle, what's the business? Guys, please put this in your notes. You are looking at it. You're looking at the business. Instead of burgers, fries, and shakes and apple pies, we provide what's called 4 financial pillars: Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max. Now, I want you guys to see this. Instead of $2 million, $200,000 is $228. $119 a month. And you have experts that are going to help you in 4 areas of your finances. Now, Nichelle.
Yes.
$228 one time and $119 a month basically boils down to $4 per day. Please let the people know just what Money Max did for you personally.
So for me, I was actually able to bring home an additional, it was $120, which covers my monthly business expenses with MWR Financials. So some people may say, well, that's not really a lot, but it didn't change anything in my lifestyle to have this business, because the proper adjustments were made with my W-4 at my job. So yeah.
Let's put me and you side by side. I don't have a business. You're the smart one. You have a business.
Yes.
I'm that skeptical cousin of yours. I don't need a business. I make enough money on my job. What can you do now that you have experts in a business that I'm not allowed to do? How does that $120 alone help you? What can you do that I can't?
Well, my mortgage, a portion of that can be written off because I run my home-based business in my home.
Okay.
My cell phone bill can be written off. You can't do that. Sorry.
Even though we both have one, right? I can't do it.
Exactly. My internet that I use to run my computer and my household stuff, I use that for my home-based business, so I can write that off. You can't. Sorry. My gas that I drive and I use for my home-based business, the mileage in my car. The list just goes on and on, but that's bills that you're paying that I can write off because I have a home-based business.
And I'm gonna show you guys at the end how this looks on paper, right? So basically, we both have cell phone, we both got internet, we both got meals, we both got cars. You're saying, hey, government, you get less because I have a business, and they let you do it legally, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm saying, hey, government, take all my money because I don't have a business, and I'm gonna just pay my bills. Am I right?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, you also have, if I remember my favorite co-pilot here, you also have a Credit Max testimony. Am I right?
I do.
This is the big one.
Yeah, I think so.
This is huge right here. So what did the experts, now let me make sure everybody understands. So the same 119 guys, right? The same 119 experts call enroll agents are lowering your taxes, helping you adjust your W-4. They're reviewing your tax returns from the past 3 years, making sure you didn't leave any money on the table. Now, Nichelle, what is Credit Max? Same 119 a month. What do these guys do for you?
So this is our credit restoration service. And personally, I started out with MWR Financial and I had like a mid to high 7 credit score. So originally, I actually didn't think that the credit restoration would do anything for me because I was like, I'm good. I don't need it. But when I uploaded my credit reports from annualcreditreport.com and they started working on my credit, I am now in the low 800s. So my Experian is 808 and my TransUnion is 804. Yay.
It just look a little different when an eight roll off your mouth. You know, it sounds you know, so congratulations. And a lot of people say that. You know, here's what's funny, Nichelle. People go, Brian, I have a business, so I don't need Money Max.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a W-4. I'm like, okay, I didn't either. Brian, my credit score was good, so I can't do Credit Max. Okay, I didn't either. Brian, I don't have any debt, so I don't need Equity Max. Okay, I didn't either. But the last time I checked, the doctor doesn't have to be sick in order to make money helping patients. Am I right?
Yes.
The last time I checked, a mechanic doesn't have to have car trouble, but if he can fix your transmission, will you take it to him? Am I right?
Absolutely, yes.
A lawyer friend of mine has never been in trouble with the law, but they can help you if you get in trouble with the law. Am I right?
Yes.
In other words, guys, put on two hats tonight. You got 200 million people in this country who need their credit restored. 200 million people in this country need one of these services, or if not two or three of them. They need their taxes lowered. Taxes are your biggest expense. It's not your cell phone bill. It's not the internet. It's your taxes. And then taxes cause this third problem, Nichelle, which is debt.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you might be a triple threat. How does this Equity Max thing work?
Yes. So with Equity Max, you type in all of your debt that you have. So whether it's your student loan, your mortgage, your car payment, whatever debt, you put it into our software and you put in your percentage rate that you pay, that you have, and how much you pay monthly. And with the Equity Max software, it analyzes a plan for you, and it will let you know how soon you could be a debt-free first, and then also a millionaire afterwards. So with me, I put in all of my stuff. I'm a new homeowner, 3 years now, and I also have a car payment and another loan. And my creditors had me in debt for 23 years and some months. And then after I put my information in, they changed the plan so that I will have all my debt paid off in 8 years and 8 months. Yeah.
Instead of 20.
Instead of 23, yes.
Now, you may not have memorized this, but this is the crazy part. And I think people miss this. Once they give you, we call that your freedom goal, right, Nichelle? Once you got your freedom goal, how many more years later will you be a millionaire? Do you know, like once the debt is gone, the millionaire date is when?
I believe it was 2040.
2040. So in other words, instead of working well until you're 65 or 70 years old, if you don't do anything different, your debt-free date and your millionaire date collapse by like 10 or 15 years.
Yes.
Now, this is a staggering statistic that a lot of you guys are going to miss. I want you to see this. I haven't even told you about Wealth Max yet. But Nichelle, do you know that just Money Max alone, we've saved over $5 million a month, $60 million our first year in business for our members. We shifted $60 million back last year from the IRS. Is that cool?
That's awesome.
Thousands of people have increased their scores by 50 to 150 points. That means interest is now down and more money comes back to who? Us.
Us, yes.
With Equity Max, we've saved over $500 million in interest and 13,000 years. Nichelle, do you hear it?
I hear it.
$500 million in interest and 13,000 years in terms of debt have been shaved off of our members' plans. We just had our 1 year anniversary last month. 1 year.
That's crazy.
And in Wealth Max, which I'm about to tell you guys about, we've created over $25 million in investments, right?
Mm-hmm.
$5 million in investments annually by generating over 25 million collectively from our members. So when you add this all up, what you basically have, guys, is this concept called income shifting. If you want to be wealthy, everybody watching this webinar can be wealthy. But the first thing you have to do is get your money back from the entities that are stopping you from getting wealthy. See, America trains you to go out here and make more money, get a part-time job, work some overtime, get in more debt, get another degree. All those things are noble, right? You'll never hear an extra digit. We don't knock those things. But what you need to do, first and foremost, is get your money back from the people who've been taking your money. And the two biggest entities are the government and the banks. Once you get the government and banks out your pockets with taxes and interest, you can get wealthy. And then we show you how to start putting your money in areas to show you how to get wealthy. Now, speaking of a young lady that's doing a do, Nashaya, somebody just popped up in the studio.
Who is it?
You ain't gonna believe this. Drum roll, please. Our first female $1 million ring earner. What's up, Cash Flow? Oh, come off mute. Hold on. Let me take you off. I'll do it for you. Can you do it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Now you ready to rock. How you feel?
I am feeling absolutely amazing. How y'all doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I
Having
am
a conversation about money. Yay. Hey, I know you're great. That check you got, I'll be great too. Y'all, it's no joke. Christy, I had the honor of hanging with Christy yesterday. She actually showed me her checks. It's really real. They call her Cash Flow Christy for a reason.
It's so crazy. I want your check, Brian Bain.
Oh, now you don't want mine.
Because you are the number one income earner in the entire company, right? Aren't you?
It's about y'all tonight. It's about y'all tonight. So, Christy.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about Wealth Max. You actually have a cousin who lives in California. Before you share your success story in a second, I'll probably bring you back. Talk a little bit about what we call being in the way. What does land banking mean? Once I get my cash flow up, my taxes are down, my debt is down, my credit score is up. I need to put that money somewhere. Am I right?
Absolutely.
What does it mean to do what we call be in the way when it comes to they got to get us out of the way.
You want to be in the path of growth, Brian. And what that means is you've got people like Warren Buffett and all of these billionaires that are dumping billions and billions of dollars into what's being called the next Silicon Valley. It's called Green Energy Valley in Antelope Valley, California. And guys, think about it. The Olympics are going to be there. They're building a new freeway in that area. And Brian, they haven't built a new freeway in over 25 years. In LA. So just think about it. You now get to position yourself to create wealth with land banking where Warren Buffett and all of these people are now putting their money. So it just makes sense for you to purchase land in the path of growth because this area is definitely going to be booming.
So they say what they're saying, guys, is that Antelope Valley, California, that's the real name. The nickname for it is Green Energy Valley, just like Christy was saying. So Silicon Valley, y'all remember Silicon Valley back when Yahoo and Google and y'all may not remember this, but Napster, all these billion-dollar companies came out of nowhere. Green Energy Valley is following that same pattern. So we have an opportunity now to take advantage of the timing with Green Energy Valley for our generation, like Silicon Valley did 25 years ago. So, Christy, can you imagine handing your son a deed?
I absolutely can.
Wait till you do that. I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be amazing. So, can you imagine handing a deed to a loved one and say, we got you some land when you were just 10 years old?
Mm-hmm. Now go cash out.
That's right.
Now, speaking of cash out, Christy, before you go, what has this business actually done for you? How in the world has this membership changed your life? Your parents' life?
Man.
Like, what impact has it had on your psyche?
Brian, it's been absolutely amazing. We got started in this business in November. We're rapidly approaching a year. This month will be our 10-month anniversary. And in this 10 months, in my first 7.5 months in this business, I was able to create a residual income of over $14,000 a month in 7.5 months. And it's not, so much about the money, but just look at where we are during this pandemic. We're in a tough, for most people, it's a tough economic time. But as you said earlier, everybody is not losing. There are some people that are winning. And because we provide solutions and because we're focused on sharing and blessing the masses with this opportunity and showing them how to just expand the cash flow that you currently have, because we're helping so many people, by default, we get helped ourselves. So it's been absolutely amazing to be making 5 figures a month. I definitely am in a position to where I take care of my parents. And it's no feeling like that in the world. It's not to just, say here every single month, don't worry about your mortgage. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that, because they made sure that I was good growing up and didn't want for a thing. So now it's my turn to be able to do that. And I would not have been able to do that just working a job. And it's not a knock against anybody working a job, but it just goes to show that you have to do a little bit more than just have a job. And we're, creating what I like to call plan Bs or plan Cs, so that you don't have to go out and get an additional job, so that you don't have to go out and work additional hours. You position yourself for a business that we were doing part-time to make full-time money.
Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Your job was not paying you $14,000 a month. I know, working out of college.
It was not, no.
So, congratulations on all your success. We appreciate
Thank
you coming in the studio. And go get some more people. If I see them back here, I'll pop them on before we go in a second. All right?
Gotcha, will do. Thanks.
All right, peace. Michelle, you ready to show them the comp plan?
Sure.
All right, let's show them the comp plan. So guys, here's how this works. So far, we want you to understand, all you've done so far is increase your cash flow, right? Your taxes are down, your debt is down, your expenses are down, your interest is down, your stress is down. But now what's going up is your cash flow, because more money came to you. What's going up is your income, because we're about to show you how to make money if you choose to. What's going up is your credit scores. What's going up are your assets. When you get the red down and the green up, that's called happiness. And see, people miss that. Nashaya, happiness is not just really measured in dollars. It's really measured in your ability to not have to stress over bills. And that's what most Americans do, they stress. So Nashaya, we get paid 10 different ways. Let's talk about one of them real quick. What does the momentum bonus look like, and how does this work? How can they get started and get some money fast?
So if they introduce the business to 3 people and they get started within their first 30 days, they get a $150 momentum bonus. And if they repeat that cycle, introduce it to 3 more people and they get 3 people, that's another $450 within their 60 days. And then the cycle repeats itself 90 days, 3 people who introduce it to 3 people, and it's $900, which totals $1,500 in your first 30 days. And that is on top of your $50 sponsor bonus that you get every time you introduce someone into the company.
All right, so here's an example. Here's my momentum bonus that I earned when I first started in the business. I helped 3 people that said, hey, I want to start my franchise. I want to work from home. $228, I'm going to blow that anyway somewhere. I might as well invest in me. Then they help 3, and then they help 3. And that's called leverage. Now, what she's referring to is the sponsorship bonus. See, guys, you also earn $50 every time you personally introduce someone. So, Nashaya, people miss this, but I didn't know the $65 person. I didn't know the $35 person. I knew the $50 person. I knew this $50 person, right? I knew this $50 person. But these other bonuses are coming as a result of leverage. Please put this in your notes. Stop working for every penny. Mm-hmm. See, we were taught that, Nashaya. You got to stop working for every penny. We were taught that you got to work for every dollar. We were taught that to trade time for dollars. These are things that we were taught. And grandma didn't mean us no harm. Grandpa didn't mean us no harm. Our parents didn't mean us any harm. But wealthy people want to know how much money they can make not working. Here's what it looks like. Nashaya, talk about, I'm going to minimize the screen real quick, make it smaller. How do these override bonuses work? Anywhere from $10 to $75 a person. How do these bonuses generate?
Yes. So depending on what level you are in the compensation plan, you can get anywhere from $10 up to $75 expansion bonus. So if you are executive director, which that means that you have introduced the business to 3 people and 1 customer, you are executive director, and everyone you bring in, you get a leadership expansion bonus of $10 on top of that person.
Nice.
Okay.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So
sometimes I get a little confused because it's too many ways.
it's a lot of ways, right? Anyway,
yes.
You just know that you don't even know these people, and you still get anywhere from $10 to $75 per person.
Yes.
So now, guys, this is the income piece. So let's look at me personally, right? This is my first full month in the business. And I started off with $28 and everybody laughed. Everybody thought I was crazy. People even made little memes about me and had my head on somebody else's body looking like a crackhead and all kind of stuff. I still got it. I just think it's funny. One day I'm gonna show you guys. So $28 was my first check. People thought I was crazy. $38 was my second check. People thought I was crazy. But put this in the comments. You cannot stop another person's excitement. You cannot stop another person's excitement. So Nashea, I went from $28 to $38 to $400 to $300 to $300 to $200, $229, $178, $615 every day. $383, $935 every day. Krista will tell you, she saw me yesterday, came over here and I showed her. I said, Krista, these things get bigger and bigger and bigger. Every day, 600, 600, 400, 300, 383, 180, 170, 203, 330, 430, 405, 658, 628. Every single day, you're getting a check. Now, Nashea, on my job, if I didn't clock in, I didn't get a check.
You definitely didn't get an expansion bonus.
I definitely didn't get an expansion bonus. On my job, I definitely didn't get a car bonus. Our car bonus ranges anywhere from $500, guys, to $3,000 a month. Nashea, do you know what the magic number is to get your first car bonus as far as your team size?
50.
50 people. Let me ask you a question. Put me in the comments if you have, let's say, 90 days, Nashea. By the end of this year, let's say 90 days from now, you got 50 people in your team. Is it worth an extra $500 a month?
I'll take it. Yeah.
Will you take it?
I'll take it.
Well, you're on your way there because all of upstate is yours for the taking. And we got one of our car bonus recipients that just joined us. Drum roll, please. The ladies are representing. What's up, Kim?
Hey, how are y'all?
Hey, Kim.
Dan, you came in. Boy, y'all know y'all can come in right on time. Before we go, talk to me about this car bonus real quick. Is it really real?
That car bonus is real. Is the biggest thing that's out there that's going on right now. With that car bonus, like you said, it can be $500 anywhere to $1,250 to $3,000, which I know you are at.
Why everybody keep putting my business? Why everybody talking about me? I'm talking about y'all.
It's a big deal, right? But you know, Ryan, just even with the car bonus and everything that you talked about so far, in increasing that income and how it's changing people's lives, just like you said, that cash flow part, it has changed my life. And even with the money that we're making right now with the business, I've lost $18,000, you know, when I moved to my current job. And just from being in this business and making the money from these bonuses, I got that times 2 in 8 months. So I went from $18,000 of loss and making up $36,000 in the business from home during the pandemic. Full swing.
A full swing.
Yes, sir.
Nashea, can you imagine being at one level and then losing 18 grand? That's more than $1,000 a month gone because of her relocation. Then looking at them, those same people 7 months later saying, you know what? Not only did I make 18 back, I put 18 on top of a $36,000 swing.
Yep.
And Kim, you part-time.
Part-time. I'm trying to make it full-time though.
She's like, I'll be full-time in a minute. Man. So Kim, the car bonus. Now, we don't have to use it on the car. Am I right?
Absolutely not. And that's one thing that's so great about our company, because we talk about that whole, you know, making your cash flow expand, and we don't want people to get into debt. So that's one of the things that MWR Financial does. They're going to give you the money, but they don't make you go get a car, Brian. They don't make you go and get a certain type of vehicle. You can use that money to help you get out of debt even more. You can use that money to go into where you're talking about the land banking or the private reserve banking that we just went over. That money is going to come as long as you qualify based off of the point system that we have.
That's right. Now, somebody had to jump out there and do it. So Charles Ivory said, hey, they giving him $3 grand a month. He going to go out there and get his truck. And man, you know what's funny? Now that Charles got his truck, I see him all the time. This is a bad truck. I see these trucks. This is a bad, he got it fully loaded. $3,000 a month, pays his insurance, the gas, the heated seats, the luxury package he got, and he got the big boy top of the line. It's pretty amazing, man. I'm so happy for him. And he got his new land for his new house. All of this within 10 months. Is that cool or what?
That's amazing.
So check this out, guys, before we go. I'm gonna show you guys something. So last but not least, our presidential bonus goes anywhere from $500 to $100,000 a month. Guys, this is another bonus. We're not gonna show you all of them tonight. We just want you to know that our little 32 minutes of fame has officially expired. and that this thing is real. Thank you, Cashflow Christie. Thank you, Kim, for joining us. Oh, wait, I see another head down here at the bottom. Oh, let me just get rid of this one thing right here because we got Mr. 805 himself. I didn't see your head at the bottom of the screen. What's up, man? How long you been down there, man? Tell me you just popped in.
I just popped in. I went down there too long. Okay. You know.
What's up, Chuck?
Just taking fun, man. My income's up. Everything's up.
Good, man. It's good to hear you. I'm glad Cashflow Christie joined us in the studio. Kim Whitfield joined us in the studio. Chuck, talk to these people real quick about the timing, man. Is the timing right now, could it be more explosive? We're going into the fourth quarter. Everybody hold the fours up like they do in football. We're going into the fourth quarter. Chuck, I'm glad to see you, man. I'm really glad you're here. I'm glad you're doing well. How important is the timing with this thing right now? You ever seen anything like it?
Man, timing is everything. It's all timing and positioning are the key to success, but you got to make the right decisions. You know, just seeing it is not enough, right? Because some people that's watching this video right now, they're gonna say, "Man, I saw them 2 years ago, man, when they were just getting started." Some people are gonna say that, and you're gonna have to ask yourself, "Well, why didn't you get started with them?"
That's right.
You know, seeing it, telling the story is great, but participating in the movement is going to be key. And a lot of people have already written off 2020. People saying stuff like, man, 2020, the worst year ever. I'm like, dude, we got 4 more months left. How you giving up on the whole year already? Right. We got 4 more months left, and this is the quarter that counts. In every game, it's not about how you start. It's not about the middle. It's about how you finish. And you get to choose how you finish when it comes to becoming financially fit. Even if you just got the membership and using the strategies, get that part straight. You know, do something different for the last 4 months than you did for the first 8. You know, and of course, you get a team, you got a movement of people doing it together. You know what I mean? Because we're virtual, we get to connect with Kim in Texas. We get to connect with people all over the country. And I'll do this virtually. We making money and building together. So there's no better timing than right now to create some passive, residual, consistent income coming in above and beyond what you get from your job right now. This is the time to get started.
Well, let me just do this. Let me put y'all's resume since y'all happen to be side by side. Chuck, what's your daily pay minimum daily?
Daily pay is $150.
$150. Kim, right now, what's your daily pay minimum?
$100.
$100. Guys, that is basically $4,500 a month that Chuck is receiving. Minimum daily pay, not his car bonus, not his presidential bonus. Right. Kim is at $3,000 a month minimum, not her car bonus, not her presidential bonus, none of the other bonuses. These are their minimums. Chuck, you getting a car bonus? What level you at?
I'm at $1,250 right now.
$1,250 a month. Chuck, you doing the business part-time, am I right?
Part-time. I still got a full-time job. Yes, indeed.
So you at $6,000 a month. I'm just rounding down because I got an English degree, but we over $6,000 just with those two. $4,500 plus $1,250. Am I right?
Yep.
Then your presidential bonus is what?
$1,000 presidential bonus.
Now I know we're over 6,000. Now we are officially. Right? Okay. So I'm telling you guys, man. Kim, how does it feel on the 10th of every month to get those extra bonuses?
Man, let me tell you. That first time I hit that, and on the 10th, and this is no, like, not to be funny, I literally cried because I knew what that meant and what it meant for my finances moving forward and my family. It's a whole different feeling when you know you have that money coming in, regardless, every single month, Brian.
Now, Nichelle, you are the baby of the group. Are you ready to hit those? You ready? You the newbie on the team. You ready to hit those levels every single month on the 10th as well?
Did you really have to ask me that?
You're already getting the daily pay. It's on the grow, and so will your bonuses. So, Chuck, Kim, I appreciate you guys. Your visitation has expired. No, I'm just joking. But listen, I thank you so much for joining us. I always love a surprise when y'all pop up, man, and it's great to see you guys. We're going to close this thing out. I'm going to show you guys something very, very important that Chuck said. I'm going to show you some numbers. I'm going to put some numbers to what he just said. Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Peace. So, Nichelle, watch this before we go. This is what they need to remember. Everybody needs to see this. If you do not have a home-based business, here's what's happening to you on the left. It's real simple. If you don't have a business, you're making $50,000 a year on your job, for example. You're getting taxed on the 50, so they're taking 18. And then you get to take home 32. And then you got to pay your bills. Let's just say your bills are a little bit over $1,000 a month, which you know most people's mortgage and everything is more than that. So you living off 14. Nichelle, the government took 18 before you saw it. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. What
doesn't make sense is why people don't realize that if you have a 1099, the same bills, a percentage of your square footage, a percentage of your utilities, a percentage of your meals, a percentage of your entertainment, a percentage of your mileage, a percentage of your travel, a percentage of everything. Business makes you look like this. You haven't made a dime. Stop thinking you always got to recruit people. Stop thinking you always got to chase people. Stop thinking you always got to sell something. You haven't made a dime yet, but you increase your cash flow. Same $50,000 a year on your job. But the government says, if you have a 1099, pay these bills first. Over here, if you don't have a 1099, you got to pay who first?
The government.
The government. Uncle Sam. Look at what happens. Look at the net effect. You have a business. You take the 18,000 off the top. That's yours. You take home the same 32, but you pay taxes on the 32 instead of the 50. Now you get to live off 25 instead of 14. Now let me ask y'all a question. This home-based business roughly gave you an extra $11,000 a year. Guys, you don't get an extra $11,000 a year, especially right now when jobs are laying off. Jobs just got a dose of what it looks like to send everybody home. They want to keep the books kind of like they're looking right now on the expense side, and they're looking for ways to bring the revenue up without bringing you back. Here is what most Americans believe. Most Americans say, hey, I got my job. All I need is my job. I got a little bit left for savings. I got me a side hustle. And if I ever need any money, I'm gonna go get a part-time job, right? This is the mentality or the financial breakdown for most Americans. All I need is my job. I'm gonna put away a little bit for long-term 401k. I got a side hustle that don't nobody know about. And if I need to get another job, I can. Nashaya, most Americans have linear income and no cash flow. Here's what you look like once you become part of our organization. It's totally different. See, once you realize that you need passive income and positive cash flow, we change the game for you. Here is the difference. It's called your mentality. Be thankful for your job, but not satisfied. You want your home-based business to be a larger percentage than your job. That's what happened with Miss Kim. When they tripped on her job, they can go ahead and what? Go ahead and trip. Am I right? Now that you got a home-based business and a job, now you got a percentage of your assets coming from what? Wealth Max. Now you got a percentage of your assets coming from what? Your home-based business. Now you got a percentage of your assets coming from what? The membership. In addition to your job, this is what wealth looks like. This is multiple streams coming in from the same effort. But Nashaya, you know what keeps most people right here from succeeding? You see that little 1%? Mm-hmm. You know what that's called? Doubt. Because they don't know 110% of everything, they let the 1% keep them from making anything. Let me say this again. Because they don't know 100% of everything, they let the 1% keep them from making anything. Mm-hmm. What I tell people is this is how your pie should look. Not the percentages, but you need your job. But you also need a home-based business. You also need some business income so you can write off all your expenses. You also need some land, some assets, some things that are passive, bringing you money that you're not working for. If Americans continue to look and only look like this, where the job is everything, a part-time job is some stuff, a side hustle is wasting your time, and 3% of your money is going toward investing, you will always have to work. I just showed you the power of a home-based business. And don't let that 1% keep you from getting the 99% that you need instead of and the 1% that you don't know is keeping you from getting all that you deserve. Most people make that one mistake of letting doubt keep them out. So listen, your pie should look like this. Let us know if you are a 3, a 2, or a 1. A number 3 says, thanks, but no thanks. Brian, I got plenty of money. My credit is sky high. I don't need your membership. I don't need experts. I've been getting wealthy by myself for a long time. All right, number threes, we appreciate you. Number two, say, I want that membership. If I didn't learn anything else, let those experts increase my credit score. Let those experts lower my taxes. Let those experts help me invest in land and other double-digit returns. Let those experts help me with my debt, get it eliminated. That's $79 a month. Put that in your notes, please, guys. Number two is $79 a month. That's the membership only. And number one says, Brian, I'm in. Shoot, I saw your paychecks. You brought on some people making daily checks. Their credit scores are up. Their debt is down. Their cash flow is positive. They didn't let the 1% that they don't understand keep them from earning the 99% that they do understand. And they are ready to go. If you're number one, that's who we're talking to tonight. And if number one, we'll give you a certain website and a game plan different than a number two. So your job right now is to get with the person who invited you out. Just say, hey, they're going to text you. In fact, I want y'all to do me a favor if you're brand new. Text the person who introduced you tonight and just say, I'm a 3, I'm a 2, or I'm a 1. If you're watching somebody's watch party, inbox the person whose watch party you're watching and just say, I'm a 3, I'm a 2, or I'm a 1, right? If you are a QFD, you need to send your link right now to the person who you invited who's watching. If they are a 2 or a 1, they'll start filling out your link. So it's an exchange. Prospects, you telling us if you're a 3, 2, or 1, 3 is out, 2 wants the membership, 1 is in. And Nashea, QFDs need to send their what to the people?
Their link.
Their link.
Sign up.
So they can get signed up and start improving their cash flow and start their home-based business today. All right, everybody, I'm Brian Bean. This is my good friend, Nashea Richardson from upstate New York in the building. Nashea, great job.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys.